Welcome everyone, Costin here with a discussion about Ares, specifically with Poseidon as the major god. See, a lot of people that play Poseidon, they probably will be tempted to go with Hermes. Now, that makes sense because Centaurs are really good, they help you out with your raiding strategy, and because of all the benefits you have with cavalry, you are incentivized to go with cavalry if you're playing as Poseidon. But what if you don't have to? What if there is an alternative that is fairly strong? And part of that strength is actually going to come from the fact that a lot of people that you meet online, that we're going to build and the way they're going to make decisions in the game is going to be based on like, okay, I'm playing against this, here's what my opponent is going to do. So what makes Ares so good is the ability of getting Hypaspists in the classical age. The reason behind that is because Hypaspists are pretty strong units that are capable, quite very capable, of defeating most enemy units early on. Like, there's very, very few things that can defeat a Hypaspist in the early game. Like, extremely few. You're just gonna get 2 villagers over there. So I'm dealing with the Titan difficulty AI. I've tried the strategies in multiplayer, it works surprisingly well. I'm not showing one of those games because, well, they're gonna be pretty damn short. So yeah, I would rather have a game where my opponent doesn't quit the moment it's like the Cyclops Hypaspist army shows up against them, basically. So we want 6 villagers over here to go on food. You can, theoretically, if you are playing as Poseidon, you can theoretically get to the next stage very, very quickly. Because you can just get 2 villagers on wood, on gold, everyone else on food, and then get a bunch of the money you need very, very quickly. But it is better in a lot of ways if you don't just rush for the sake of it. Right, so we got 6 over there. We're gonna get another one right there. We're gonna get the temple. You kind of do want to get that temple up as quickly as possible, and now we get the house. You do want to get that temple up as quickly as possible. Okay, so we're gonna get 8 on food. And let's see the relics. I don't actually know the relic positions on this map. Okay, so 2 more on food. We do want 8 on food, 2 on favor. That's a pretty reasonable number. We got pig. Okay, so that temple is being built. The reason we're getting the temple so quickly is because we want to be able to get our hero here, to be able to start picking up relics. It is one of the advantages that you do have when you're playing as Greeks. So myth units being more resistant to pierce damage is a pretty substantial benefit. Okay, so we got okay. Alright, start getting those guys on favor. And once we got all those villagers sorted out, we will start going into the next stage. Okay. So 1 more over there. And that should grant us the food we need. And we go with Ares. Alright, I'm already going to build a granary over here. Okay, we can see that we got another relic. We got the third relic coming in. And we can also get the scout over there. Alright, these guys over here, once they're finished gathering all the food in this particular location, we're going to start building another house. We got our Cyclops, and now we can start pumping out the military units over here. Get that upgrade right quickly. Get Atlanta. Oh, and you may want to also pick up those upgrades while you're aging up. That's a mistake on my part. One of the things you will want to do is also make sure you pick up an armory. And now we're gonna need more villagers. 2 more. And start getting these upgrades. Put another one over there. You will need a decent amount of favor over here and gold, but not really too much. You can also, of course, get hoplites. That's not really going to be the problem. So you can see they're getting throwing axemen. Okay, get that upgrade right there. And we can get some guys on berries over here as well. Or more on food. Gold might be an issue, so let's get the market. Cheaper markets. That is one of the benefits that you do have over here. As I wouldn't be too concerned about that, by the way. And look, you can always upgrade your hoplites. That's not really going to be as much of a problem as you might think. And they just committed suicide over there. Okay, we can now go on the offensive against them. Obviously, it would be better to have a stronger army, but that's not really a problem. Right now. Because the AI just, spent itself trying to attack me right there. So now we can take advantage of that. You can also get the archers if you want to. You know, if you're gonna need them. When you're dealing with the Norse, it's more important to deal with their ox carts rather than, just regular villagers. That might not go in my favor. Although it's actually going a lot better than I might have expected, by the way. Yeah, I just needed more forces, but I did do some damage over there.
Λέγε, προσταγόλωμε. Έτοιμος. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα.
Ναι. Τέκτον, θρητόμος.
Λέγε, προσταγόλωμε. Καλώς.
Λέγε, έτοιμο. Πρόσταγμα εις μάχη.
Anyhow.
Λέγε, βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Τέκτον.
Λέγε, έστω. Προσταγόλωμε.
Get more food workers.
Μάλιστα.
As you can see, they're getting another town center.
Πρόσεχε.
Έτοιμος. Έστω.
Okay, we can get that
Pros
particular
Malista.
upgrade.
Έστω. Βόλωμε.
And we can go
Έστω.
attack.
Έτοιμο. Βόλωμε. Έστω. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα ορθός. Θηρευτής.
Πρόσταγμα, ναι. Έστω. Ναι.
Έτοιμο. Πάνι. Καλώς.
Like, that's the thing about Hypaspis. They can defeat any other unit at this particular tier. That's the
Λέγε, καλώς.
obnoxious part, if you will.
Καλώς.
While the Cyclops, which unfortunately I lost a bit too many
Λέγε,
of them,
μαγόλωμε. Έστω. Μάλιστα. Μάλιστα.
but the Cyclops can destroy the buildings.
Λέγε,
Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Βόλωμε.
Λέγει, μάλιστα.
And Toxicities, you know, just provides
Orthos.
that nice
Λέγε,
extra bit of
έτοιμος.
support.
Πρόσταγμα, έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Θηρευτής.
Λέγε, μάλιστα. Ναι. Πρόσταγμα, μάλιστα. Καλώς. Ετοίμου. Εισβολή, εις μάχην.
θηρευτής.
Λέγε, έστω. Βούλομαι. Μα, ναι.
Let's just pull it back.
Καλώς. Έστω, ναι. Μάλιστα. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα, έστω, μάλιστα.
Λέγε, βούλομαι. Έτοιμο. Ορθός.
Ετοίμους. Καλώς.
Πρόσταγμα. Τέκτον. Τέκτον. Βρυτόμος. Πρόσεχε.
Λέγες του θηρευτής.
Λέγε, βούλο. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα, έστω. Εισβολή. Λέγε. Πρόσεχε. Βούλο, έστω. Εις μάχη. Εισβολή. Ναι, βούλομαι. Τι μάλιστα.
So that if you do end up dealing with a substantial number of troops, and look, if you want to go with H3, you can always get Enemy Alliance
Λέγε, ναι, βούλομαι. Εις μάχη.
if you want to. Okay, that gold mine has expired, so
Μεταλλεύς.
Πρόσεχε, μάλιστα. Εισβολή.
by the way, that's part of the reason. Like, use Pestilence, by the way, just to make your life
Πρόσταγμα.
add it easier.
Εισβολή. Ετοίμους. Εις μάχη.
Έτοιμο. Λέγε, ορθός.
Now, I'm not gonna get Atlanta here because I don't need her.
Λέγε.
Έτοιμο. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Βολή.
Yeah, be careful with the Toxicities because like, they're easy obviously to kill.
Πρόσεχε.
It's just a nice thing to do with your resources. Like, that's one of the reasons the
Προστόρο. Έτοιμος. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα.
that's one of the reasons. Okay, so you can either go with Nemean Alliance or you can go with Hydras. Both are pretty solid. So this is the nice thing about Poseidon. His choice of minor gods in Age 3 are both really good. That mesh well with this playstyle.
Πρόσταγμα. Εις μάχη.
Λέγε. Έτοιμο. Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
The AI is trying to
Καλώς.
build
Εισβολή.
walls
Πρόσταγμα. Εις
futilely.
καλώς.
One of the things to be mentioned about the Cyclops is they've got a pretty good amount of crush damage. don't like saying Minotaurs. Like, that's one of the things. Like, I see a lot of games of people, you know, trying to play Minotaurs, all that.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε ταπεινός.
The nice benefit here, like, Minotaurs are good. Don't get that the wrong way. Okay, get the Atlanta.
Λέγε.
Θηρευτής.
Πρόσταγμα. Καλώς.
Yeah, those early high pass, but certainly
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
Ετοίμος. Μάλιστα.
certainly a nice advantage over there.
Λέγε. Εισβολή.
Ναι. Τέκτον. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Τέκτον.
Πρόσεχε. Εις μάχην. Ετοίμος.
Εις μάχην.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμη. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε. Καλώς.
Έτοιμη. Έστω.
Then you can always go for heavy infantry. Like, you don't need to necessarily be as aggressive as I am here. Like, what's an opponent gonna do against you in tier 2? I mean, if they get cavalry, obviously you do want to rush their base, right? To put them on the offensive.
Βούλομαι. Εις μάχην.
But if they're trying to take it slow and or defensively, and you just realize, well, it may not be worth it trying to destroy their base and all that, then don't.
Ετοίμης. Μάχην.
Just like build up to H3, build up a significant number of high pass. But like, that's one of the advantages, really. You're being able to build up a unit that you would want to use anyway.
Πρόσταγμα. Χώρο.
Λέγε. Καλώς.
Okay.
Πρόσεχε. Εις μάχην.
Λέγε. Ορθό. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή.
And they can't counter you with myth units because, well, you're freaking Greeks. Good luck countering the Greeks with myth units early on, of course.
Μάλιστα.
Right.
Τέκτον.
Later on,
Θηρευτής.
different discussion.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ετοίμος. Εισβολή.
Έστω.
And another advantage over here, let's just get those.
Λέγε. Καλώς.
Πρόσταγμα.
Ετοίμος. Έστω. Λέγε. Εισβολή.
Έτοιμος.
I
Λέγε.
gotta love those
Καλώς.
Demon Alliance. Yes. Victory. It works quite a bit better in a lot of multiplayer games. Because you gotta understand, a lot of people in multiplayer, they will expect you to get Centaurs. They will expect you to get Cav. And if you just turn the tables on them, that in itself is a pretty substantial advantage on its own. Costin.